would just like to formally apologize for what's about to happen. That is right. Today I am reviewing Kissing the Coronavirus. I don't really have much else to say. Like, this is what's happening. You know what? I still have yesterday's makeup on. Let's get into it. I wanted to start this off by saying that I'm like 98% sure this is satire. The author's only other book is Penetrated by the President's Twitter feed. So if it's not satire, I don't know what the hell we're doing anymore. What's the point in being here when there's things like this that exist? The author's note said that she lives with 19 ferrets. So I'm really hoping that this is just like, hee hee, a joke. Because it was a lot. It was really a lot. So obviously this book is about, it's not even a book, it's like 10 pages. It took me literally 15 minutes to read. It's about a scientist named Alexa Ashingtonford. First, what the heck kind of name is that? 2, she is apparently a big titty, hot scientist working on a team to find the cure for the coronavirus. She is working with a doctor who's leading the team called Dr. Gertlechund. And they were working with 2 other people until they got corona and died. So now Alexa and Dr. Gertlechund are the only 2 left on the team looking for the cure. Alexa is insistent on the fact that their vaccine or antidote or whatever, I think it's an antidote, needs to have some of the virus in it. But Dr. Gertlechund doesn't agree. So Alexa goes behind his back and puts some in there. First, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is not something that happens. Like, this is like Grey's Anatomy type Meredith messing with the Alzheimer's trial. This doesn't happen in real life. Like, no one's messing with trials and going behind their superior's back to mess with shit that they don't really like know anything about. And don't get me wrong, this book is really just like a vessel for sex. Like, it's almost like 85% sexual, like either what's happening is sexual or her internal monologue is sexual. Like, she was talking about Dr. Gertlechund, right? And she's like, I could have sex with him, but I don't really want to. He's not that cute. And then like right after, it's like, he doesn't have a beard and he has a mustache, but like the mustache is just the beginning of a beard. Like a micro penis is just the beginning of a real penis. I could not believe I read that. Like with my own 2 eyes. I read this with my own 2 eyes. I was gonna cry. Actual tears about this fucking book. Anyways, the story starts out with Alexa they have a sample, like a test tube bottle of the coronavirus, which is that a thing? Like, I'm not a scientist, but like they don't have like the virus in a bottle, right? Like, I don't know. Is it like the flu where they have the virus? You know what? I have no idea. But she has this tube and it's doing like what chemicals do in cartoons. She was like, it's bubbling and gurgling inside this tube. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen in real life. Like, they don't just sit there and gurgle unless they're being messed with somehow. And they are apparently stuck in this lab until they find the cure. So Alexa's like, hasn't had sex in a long time. So she's like desperate. And she's like looking at this tube that's literally a virus. It's literally the freaking coronavirus. Like, it's just a liquid. She's like, it feels powerful. It feels alive. It's turning me on. So she's in her lab. She's in a scientific research lab. And this woman starts to unbutton her freaking science coat and put it in. She goes to put the freaking tube of coronavirus inside of herself. Her plans are thwarted when Dr. Gertla Chund comes in, and somehow he doesn't see her fondling with the coronavirus. I wonder if when my mother was giving birth to me for 36 hours, this is what she envisioned for me, you know, like for my future, like what is this baby gonna accomplish? It's this. This is it. This is my peak. So Dr. Gertla Chund tells her to run a test of some sort to see if it works, like the antidote. And so she runs the test and it's like 90-something% effective, like it works. I fucking hate myself right now. Like, look at me. Look at me. So Alexa has the virus, like antidote, and then all of a sudden Dr. Gertla Chund comes in and he's like, is it effective? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, Alexa, I have something to tell you. I have the coronavirus. He's just standing right there in this scientific lab across from a big titty scientist with the coronavirus. Probably, I don't even think they had a mask on. Don't even think there were masks. So then Dr. Gertla Chund takes this antidote that he doesn't know has been messed with by Alexa. So he takes it. And then all of a sudden, wind starts going through this enclosed laboratory space. And there's also lightning and noises that aren't possible in real life when something like this happens. And surprise, surprise, Dr. Gertla Chund is now COVID-19. So he basically hulked out and is now a virus in human form. Of course, they proceed to have sex, and I hated every goddamn second. I am about to have 2 bachelor's degrees to my name in honors from an esteemed state university, and yet this is how I spend my time. But yeah, that is basically how that ends. They have crazy, insane monster sex, and he's huge like the Hulk, like literally green and ripped and like a Greek god or something like that. I don't even fucking know. And it's literally COVID-19 in human form, and then they have sex, and that's how it ends. Obviously, I rated it 1 star because, hello, like, I don't know. Hopefully, like, if it's satire, then haha funny, but like, imagine if it's not. Imagine if this is someone who genuinely, like, was aroused writing this. I want to know if people are actually getting aroused reading this. Actually, I take that back. I do not want to know. If you're looking for something that's just like absolutely ridiculous, go check this out, I guess. And like, this isn't like the only one, like there's more. And I'm sure it's part of this like new bizarro genre of fiction where it's just insane concepts that you wouldn't even like. How do these people think about these things? Like, how do they come up with this? Like, I think that's the point of the genre, is to be the absolute most insane, and it doesn't even have to be good writing. It just has to be the most ridiculous thing you could think of, like the haunted vagina. Like, that is like he said, it's part of the bizarro genre of fiction. And like, there's more of these coronavirus stories. There's one called Courting the Coronavirus. But yeah, I guess this is the final look for Kissing the Coronavirus. This is the cover. I didn't exactly follow it because that's like so much. So I just went with the big green guy and did all green. And I viscerally despise it. As you can see, I did a green cut crease with like a shimmery color. And then I did some underneath, green lipstick. And if you can tell, yes, this is green highlighter. Might be kind of difficult to tell, but yep. Anyways, I hated this book so bad and it made me want to cry. And it absolutely is the worst thing I'll ever read in my life. Shout out to the author right here. I forget their name. But you really did it. You did that. If you can think of something worse than this book, than Kissing the Coronavirus, let me know. And I will do a makeup review for it. Against all better judgment. Because that's just who I am, you know? Someone, a senior in college, double majoring, living on her own, got a job. And this is what I'll be doing. But yeah, subscribe to me, I guess, if this is the kind of content you're into. I suffered for this video and I would like 1 thumbs up, please. Thank you. Next week, the video will be 100% better. I will be doing a book look review for these Violent Delights. I'm so excited. I know it's gonna be amazing. I know it's gonna be so good. And the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I have like so much to work with. It's gonna be so fun and I'm so excited to review it after reviewing this monstrosity right here. But yeah, I will see you guys next week and I hope you have a great day. Bye.